One, two, three, and hi everyone. I'm Tom,
I'm Galen.
and we are here with a very special episode of 15 minutes of FUME. We will be nose-diving, face-planting, metaphor of choice, into the Lupercalia release very soon. It's in the midst of being prepared for your consumption and ours. But in the meantime, we have released a batch of Fundraiser scents recently added to BPAL's Activism collection. If you're new around these parts, the Activism collection is a series of scents that raise funds for various important causes. Everything above the cost of production is donated to the charity or charities corresponding to the particular product. And in this instance, this past week, we were inspired to create 2 perfumes to help with the relief efforts in the war on Ukraine, and also 2 perfumes raising money for relief efforts in the war on trans school children in Texas, particularly right now in the headlines, but also in numerous other states. Now that is a lot to digest, and we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty of these issues today here in this show, because in both of these instances, things are moving so fast that it's likely that by the time you watch this, something new will have happened, something will have changed. So at the lab, when things are really terrible, often, if we can, our response is to create something like this, because it's hard to generate funds. It's easier to sell perfume than it is to just get people to donate. However, on both pages for the Ukraine perfumes and the Texas perfumes, there's a list of links and places you can go to learn more about these issues and to donate directly if that is your style. So you don't have to buy a perfume. You could just give money directly. But will that ever happen? So in the meantime, we're going to start with the Ukraine Fundraiser perfumes. Does it sound okay to you? Yeah. The proceeds from the Ukraine Fundraiser perfumes are split between United Help Ukraine, which it says here are providing medical supplies and humanitarian aid, and World Central Kitchen, which is, of course, a food-related charity. And our perfumer, Elizabeth, is of Ukrainian descent, so I know that this has been a particularly difficult time for her to watch all of this happening, but we did a perfume inspired by the nightingale, the national bird of Ukraine, and also the sunflower, which is the national flower of Ukraine. So let us smell the nightingale. A lovely and powerful song translated into scent. Toasted bourbon vanilla, sweet oats and honey, cardamom and cream. It sounds relatively straightforward. Nothing super mysterious, esoteric. Ooh, wow. Oh, it's that, yeah, the cardamom it reminds me of the pink lovebird scent we did from Lupercalia's Your. I guess it's because of the oatiness plus the cardamom. Really good, spicy, creamy.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it definitely has a kind of like a pastry quality to it. It's just like a kind of like a really simple, nourishing, oaty, creamy, sweet, spicy blend.
Nourishing. I don't know if you call a perfume nourishing.
I know, it smells nourishing. It literally isn't. But I like that. I mean, as a metaphor, because of the the kitchen charity. It's like it smells metaphorically of the oats you may be providing to someone else. There's just something like really wonderfully comforting and domestic about it, though.
Yeah.
Did it say vanilla?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like this. What I love about these scents, especially for a lot of the fundraiser scents, we make these can be a little crowd pleasery, because we want people to feel emboldened to pick something that is easy to like and not some strange, brew of Eye of Newt that will be for, special occasions only at best. So this is just like a really lovely, comforting, simple, sweet, kind of almost slightly toasty perfume blend. Into it.
Yeah, it's just heavenly. I am at a loss for words.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Maybe you will find them when we move on to SUNYASHNIKI. SUNYASHNIKI. Is this Ukrainian? I don't speak Ukrainian. But that is the word for sunflower. It says, a symbol of the life-affirming power of the sun that has in recent days become a fierce symbol of determination and resistance. This is a scent as bright as the vibrant petals of the sunflower and as warm and joyous as the sun. Flax and amber, golden musk, neroli, lemon leaf, and rind, frankincense, and sweet cedar. Just basically a list of things that I love. I'm excited about the neroli because I think it means that the oil itself will probably be like a bright golden color. So, ooh, wow. Whew, super springtimey.
Yeah, I was like, that just smells like a warm day.
A beautifully warm golden day. It reminds me of, I love that book, Dandelion Wine by Ray Bradbury, and the description that goes into the dandelion wine. Granted, no dandelions cited in this blend, but something about the way they always describe the dandelion wine and the taste of it really, really reminds me of this perfume. The neroli is present, but like relatively chill. I can tell that between the lemon and the other, like the amber and the other floral notes, the neroli is just kind of like evenly distributed throughout.
This is really nice.
Yeah. Can you smell the cedar frankincense side of it? Like the kind of like the kind of reedy depths?
I can smell the cedar. I can't really smell the frankincense yet.
It's probably because of the lemon, because I know that those two can kind of like get all twisted up. It just has this kind of like slightly deeper, darker core to it, which again reminiscent of the sunflower itself. So you've got like this like bright, like ethereal glow, and then you've got like the kind of like golden petals, and then you've got this kind of like dark, crusty area. But enough about my personal life. What am I missing in there? Maybe the musk is probably going to come out later. There's kind of a lot happening at present. Beautiful. It's okay. So the smells on the skin, it just smells really expensive to me. It smells like a luxury perfume. Like I'm gonna wear this and then go on a boat.
A yacht. It's not just a boat.
A yacht. Yeah, yachts have been a casualty of the conflict in Ukraine so far. Did you see the news story about the guy that sunk his Russian boss's yacht?
I did not.
He was like, fuck you and fuck your yacht, and like sunk it. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I don't even have like proximity to like a yacht to sink, but I have this perfume, so I have the,
Sinking yachts in my mind.
Right. Did you... Don't get out of control
I
here.
swayed too hard.
Did you
at the thought of destroying all those yachts?
Read the story about the sunflower lady early in the conflict?
No.
So this is something that you should know. I get to tell you, but apparently there was a Ukrainian woman, who gave one of the Russian soldiers a handflower. A handflower. Okay, no. Apparently there was this Ukrainian woman who gave this Russian soldier a handful of sunflower seeds. You can't... I was getting it! So apparently there was this Ukrainian woman who gave a Russian soldier a handful of sunflower seeds and told him to at least put these in your pockets so that, sunflowers will sprout when you lay down here, which is basically this really shady way of being like, you're gonna die, and at least some good may come of it if the sunflowers grow out of your corpse.
Oh.
Yes. So that was very early on. I mean, it feels already like a long time ago. Every day in a major conflict like this is its own eternity. I'm trying not to check the news too much because it's redundant at this point. and I can't do anything about it. But I have learned a lot about Ukraine in the meantime. Final thoughts on, I can't say it,
Sunflower.
SUNYASHNIKI. SUNYASHNIKI, am I saying it right? Someone, a Ukrainian, in the comments, please brutally correct me.
I don't. Yeah, like expensive is definitely a word I'd use. Fresh, outdoorsy, brain not working.
Corbin Dallas.
Corbin Dallas. Woo.
Shall we go on to our other fundraiser? So moving onward here, so for people who really don't understand what's going on at all, essentially the governor of Texas is trying to introduce the possibility of legislature that would create child abuse laws specifically around providing gender-affirming services to trans kids. So as a parent, if you help your trans kid get services in any way, you are then vulnerable to being reported as a child abuser. So we could spend an hour talking about why this is horrible and wrong and unscientific and all of the bad things. And in fact, if you look there on the page that the Perfumes are on, there's a lot of links to various places you can go. There will have resources and information. So these two oils raise money for Lambda Legal, which is a LGBTQ legal service that has joined ACLU in Texas and Transgender Education Network of Texas to form an org called TexasTransKids.org, specifically to help advise people and pick up like the legal fight in Texas on these issues. And then I thought this was brilliant. The Perfumes are inspired by lines from Khalil Gibran's The Prophet, which is a book, I haven't read it in a long time, but I used to read it a lot, and it's just kind of like it's not like an epic poem, but it's a long poem in a book with a bunch of chapters that is basically about some wise person, like a philosopher, leaving this village to go back to his home, and before he leaves, the people want to ask his opinion about a lot of important subjects, and he just kind of expounds on every subject that they ask him about. And there is a whole chapter called On Children, which is about children and parenting, and that is where we get the names of these two perfumes. The first one is, and though they are with you, yet they belong not to you, which is about how, you don't actually own your children. The scent is a gentle vanilla sandalwood, serene but mighty. How simple, how accessible. It's a nice strong vanilla, I've got to say. The woodiness of the sandalwood with the vanilla is just like, I can feel the volume turning down in my brain. It's so nice.
That's intense.
It reminds me of TKO, but where that one goes lavender, of course, this goes like sandalwood, but it is like a really, when it says, serene but mighty, right? Like it's like noise canceling headphones for the soul, for the nose. There's just really nothing wrong with it. This is also, as a very simple blend, the kind of thing that you could layer very, very easily with any number of other perfumes, BPAL or otherwise, though we try not to acknowledge the existence of other perfumes.
Okay, well, I love that.
Yeah. You gotta pair this with that new marshmallow benzoin Menage scent that we just did.
I do not.
It would be great.
No,
Don't mean to shout.
It's like you're eating vanilla ice cream next to...
But you're chewing on the wooden stick.
No, I was going to say like next to some sandalwood incense.
I mean, it really does. It's like a nice incensey
It's a very
sandalwood.
creamy vanilla and a very like robust sandalwood.
Yeah, it's got that kind of like wonderful earthy. I was going to say there's almost like a Nag Champa thing going on, but it's just because it's the way it's like sweetened up, I think.
This is so nice. I love it.
I want to apply it directly to like the crack in my brain. Maybe it'll heal over. The next one is you may house their bodies but not their souls. Also related to the parenting of children. And this is a woody, deep patchouli with bourbon vanilla, rich amber, and soft golden skin musk.
Oh.
Yeah. Just
well,
like...
that sounds like something I'd like. Huh.
Yeah, we've got your attention. So out of the 4 that we've smelled, this is definitely kind of like the darkest and scratchiest and moodiest, just because that patchouli really is a woody, deep patchouli indeed.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. It reminds me a little bit of No Man is an Island. That was another fundraiser scent that we did. That was a little foodier though. It had some like caramel, I think. Let's see if in the bottle the patchouli is pretty robust, but I'm curious to see if on the skin what we get going here. Oh yes, immediately there's like some amber and vanilla lift. I would assume the skin musk is probably just going to like blur the edges like the Glamour Glow filter on the patchouli, you know, yassifying the patchouli. This is like a really nice, elegant perfume also, you know, like
Yeah.
it has enough complexity and just like a hint of darkness, as well as all of these like beautiful, comforting notes that really kind of creates like a full fantasy of I don't know, it's like relaxation, but like also kind of like sexy, maybe dangerous. Like the relaxation could end at any moment.
Yeah.
I kind of needed that after, because you know these are all like relatively soft, relatively cheerful. Going back to that boat sinking one.
Yacht.
Yacht.
The yacht sinking.
It's so funny because now after having smelled all these others, that one is like so floral to me. But really just in comparison, still has that kind of weird like, you know, golden dewdrop, you know, very
Yeah.
wonderful, just like daylight distilled into fragrance. I just want to go like in a carousel smelling the same 4 over and over again. So that's basically what we've got. That's 4 scents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else we can tell you. If you have questions about them or about other stuff related to anything that we have said, you're welcome to ask in the comments, and you know, we'll keep tabs on it. These scents will be up for quite a while, I imagine. Most of the activism blends don't come down once they're up, because these organizations, regardless of the outcome, are going to continue doing good things. So we'll just keep raising funds for them. So consider them at your disposal, although I know that funds are, of course, urgently needed right away. But there are lots of, you know, people fundraising right now. It's exciting to see that. Like, we're not the only Gabe in town, so... and that's that. Do you have any questions? Do you want to smell my wrist?
No.
No? No.
No.
You ended the video before we stopped filming. You just like are gone.
I mean, it's, you know, it's weird to talk about perfumes as like, you know, as all of this is going on.
Yeah, it is. It's not.
And then have to like keep referencing it, and I'm just like, I'm having like a mild panic in my head. I'm also having a sinus issue this week.
Yeah.
So
it's not
I'm, like, my energy's not here. It's okay.
It's not.
We can comment on it.
It's not a good or fun time to be, you know, dealing with stuff or trying to address the public. So.
Right.
But you know, we're just doing our due diligence to make sure that you know that we have them, and that also that they're really beautiful. So
They are, and they're for a good cause.
I'm sorry, Galen.
But it is just like,
I know.
I'm like,
well, this goes out there to all those who are also like, at home. So we are right there with you, and in the next week or so when we start coming back with Lupercalia videos, it's not like all of this is going to be over, but I did think it was important that it was at least addressed, and we had these like set out there prominently in the meantime for those who were curious about them.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Galen, for your service. For bringing your particular blend of aesthetic appreciation and low grade panic to these videos. I know people appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Take care, and don't forget to unplug a bit and take care of yourselves. So we will be back soon. Bye now.